Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Tabletop Super Show. So today we're going to be taking a look at the newest Dwarven Forge set that was released in the Wildlands Kickstarter from last year. This is going to be a in-depth dive-in on this set. Now, before we start, I want to let you guys know that I was in no way endorsed or, paid by Dwarven Forge to do this review. This set was purchased through the Kickstarter. This is one of the lighter pledges, the Mountain Wargame Scatter Terrain set, which it received unpainted. So I want to talk about some of the pros and cons of this set, and we're going to start with the pros. There's more of the pros than cons. One of the pros of this stuff is the proprietary Dwarvenite that it's made out of is a composite of some kind of plasticized rubber material that is extremely durable. And you can pretty much knock this stuff around once it's painted and not really have to worry about it. I mean, it's really of such a durable nature that it's something that you could be passing down to the next generation and will definitely outlast you. So, I got this set unpainted and painted it up myself. Now, you can also get this stuff from Dwarven Forge, already finished and painted, which you can do. I think you can actually get a better paint job out of it yourself by doing it, which is pretty interesting. Another thing I like about this set is, let's take a look at this piece, is that Dwarven Forge is somewhat modular. If you look, bam. So if you have enough of these pieces, you can build a pretty good base size for whatever you're going to do. Now, Dwarven Forge, when you get it painted, normally paints the stuff they call the Wyverstone in a black color. I painted mine in more of a brown color because I figure this way I can also use it for cavern builds and other things, and it will be better in place and fit better for any of those scenes as well as a mountain scene. Another thing I really like about this set is some of the little hidden details that are on this set. For instance, when I was painting it, I noticed one thing. I don't know if you guys can see this, but there's a tiny little rat in the crack. It's little details and things like this on these Dwarven Forge sets that makes them so much fun to paint. They really are a blast to paint. I mean, check out some of the detailing on this, like the mushrooms and fallen leaves, some of the root work. Very nice stuff. Another thing that I found on this set, let's see if I can get this turned over. Check it out, lizard under the bridge rock. Very cool. And one of the last things that I found is a tiny detail, tiny butterfly on a rock. All that stuff's very cool, makes it fun to paint. Also, this one came with a lighted piece. This is the lighted piece right here. It's kind of a screaming skull with the Dwarven Forge style LED, like flickers and stuff, and that's very cool too. All in all, I spent about 18 hours painting this. I do a full base coat with these, and I use very flat Vallejo colors. For the bases for this one was flat green, neutral gray, and leather brown. Then I went back with Army Painter paints and pretty much built up my highlights and opacity over multiple layers, using a varying lighter shades and triad tones, a little bit of matte white mixed in for the final highlights. Now, I've talked about some of the pros, so now I want to talk about the cons on this set. There's not many, but there are a few. One of the cons I had with this set was I actually had to gap fill, which for the price of the set, something I would not expect to have to do. This piece right here is a lighted piece, which you can see they glued this in, and this had some significant gaps. Now, I used some Vallejo earth texture to backfill it in, and that seemed to do the trick pretty well. Still, that, and there were a few mold lines on the trees. There's actually one mold line right here that I missed that needed scraping. Another con about Dwarven Forge is, this stuff is expensive. This set shipped was about $200, unpainted, and I mean, this is a con, but also it's a pro because of the durability of this stuff. I mean, like I said, this will outlast you once you paint it up. If you paint it up like I did, give it a base, decent highlights, and then hit it with a matte varnish. Pro tip for matte varnishing these lighted pieces, I paint everything carefully, and then I put, when I'm varnishing, a piece of masking tape carefully over where any of the electronics can get in, so that you don't ruin them. Another con of this set, which is also one of the pros, is it's Dwarven Forge has a tendency to be pretty modular, but it's not fully modular. I would call it partially modular, and you know, they could do maybe a little better on the modularity of their builds to better utilize them. All in all, I'm very happy with this set for the price, and recommend it. Like I said, if you paint it in a color scheme that kind of matches what you would paint the caverns, you could definitely use it for both that and for the mountains, which gives it, you know, multiple uses. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and create a build with this and give you guys a quick little adventure idea that I came up with using just this set. So I'm going to set that up and get right back with you. Okay, so you can achieve a pretty decent amount of verticality with this build, as I'm showing you guys here. You can actually get a decent final boss encounter just with this set. So what we have here is we have the party down here, and attempting to stop an evil shaman who's discovered a powerful magic monolith that has allowed him to charm every monster in the cavern or on the mountain. And the party has been tasked with trying to stop his evil once and for all. So the party's fighting their way up and has to fight their way through all of these minions that are charmed and reach the top and stop the shaman and destroy the monolith. The monolith has, like, let's say it has like an anti-magic shield or something like that, so the party will have to fight their way up each and every step. I want to show you some of the cool stuff, you know. You can certainly add this to, you know, any other cavern builds, foam craft, or any other terrain that you have as scatter, but you can use this set, really, to create its own encounter just by itself, which is, you know, a decent thing. So at the end of the day, you know, I would say that this is a good set. I give it 2 thumbs up, and was a lot of fun to paint, and, you know, decent. It's going to last a while. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with this set and how it turned out. And anyways, that's my 2 cents. If you guys enjoyed this video, please gather up your Dwarven Forge, set it up, and then take your adventurer through and charge him up the winding, floating steps to stop the shaman once for all. And once reaching it, grab his skull like button and smash it. Thanks guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.